All right, here we go.
Inshallah says, pull up, Baldo man. Juicy boy. Just
He's instantly felt somebody in his chat.
Pull up, Baldo man.
Pull up, Baldo man.
has the tism. I know he has a tism. That's why I keep telling him. I'm like, Josh, stop being a fucking loser. Like, stop doing. You're so weird. Like, there's no reason for us to be fighting you, gay boy.
Just seething about Josh.
And he's like, oh no, he's what?
He's not fighting.
Finally, somebody is telling the Baldo Emperor that his Baldo isn't super impressive.
What the?
No, I actually think your
Nick.
Baldo is degenerate, sir.
Look at Nick's face there.
He
like,
told the Emperor
"How
he was
dare-"
naked. How dare you?
Yes.
How dare you, sir? I am not naked. These are the finest clothes.
Nick, so see.
My Baldo is extravagant. It is exquisite and funny.
He's like.
You just don't get it.
He's like.
It is in fact Josh who is seething, not me.
Come on, Sean.
He's got a
Come
personal.
on, Sean. Look at him. He's pleading with Sean. Come on, Sean.
We're on
Sean, can
the
you
show.
sweep it for me, Sean?
Sean, we're live. Isn't that like that face where you're like, what the f are you?
Opinion, and that's where he is. Like, that's
His
not
personal
a fight.
opinion is objectively and wrong. He's like,
Okay.
he's saying flat out false things. Like, and when I would tell him, he's just like, no, I'm a good judge of people. And I'm like, but you're literally like, you're objectively incorrect.
The only thing I can counsel you on is probably you need one of those tankless water heaters because your shower consultations haven't gone on long enough.
I wasn't home when I did that, Sean.
Well, I know, but you need a tankless water heater. If you're at like the hotel, it should have been free hot water. You should have just kept going.
I was only in the shower like 15 minutes out of that 2-hour conversation.
Oh,
But I'm just saying, if you
The
do
only
it,
reason I got in the shower
I
because he was so
only
that he wouldn't
shower
listen.
for 5 minutes.
He said it was like 2.5.
15 minutes, buddy. You were in the shower for 2.5 hours texting Josh seething. Don't lie. Yeah, repair bot. He's fucking rattled in this clip. And he's going to see that Sean, and Sean's so nice to him the whole time.
Yeah.
Just basically just telling him the reality.
He's like,
and
fuck.
Rekieta just keeps like, no. And he just gets angrier and angrier.
But the thing is, it's like, don't you want your buddy to fucking tell you if you're being a like, hey, I'm just resizing.
Well, you know he's had this conversation with him privately and he doesn't fucking listen.
Yeah, he's like, Nick, shut the fuck up, bro. Hang on, I'm just resizing it, make it look a bit better. All right, there we go. All right.
Very basic things. He's like, but tell me what you want me to do. I'm like, I don't want you to do anything.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, am I supposed to sit here and simp for Josh while you're on my show? Because, like, what?
This guy's laughing at Rekieta, man. He's so angry.
Wait, did he break his nose? It's completely to the right.
It's crooked.
What am I?
Remember that statue we saw somewhere downtown, that weird one?
Yeah.
He has that face,
Yeah.
like that angle.
Supposed to do here, Sean? Tell me. Why don't you tell me right now? You got a thing. Tell me. Tell me what I'm supposed to do.
I don't, but I don't.
What? Oh, so wait. So I have a 2-hour conversation.
Nick, this is
Just
amazing.
raging.
Oh, how did we miss? Wow.
Well, it's just to take, because the clip is so long, right?
Yeah.
That I've been like, okay, I can't fit it in. We're 4 hours in. I can't.
Yeah.
Finally, we're getting to it.
All right,
today.
wow.
Conversation with Josh. It goes on so long. I tell him a joke. Hey, Josh, this has gone on so long. While I'm trying to tell you that you're doing this thing, and I just think that maybe, like, I don't want you to do anything at all. And he's like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, literally nothing. He's like, do you want me to delete something? No. Do you want me to censor something? No, Josh. I'm just telling you, you have a thing where you do this thing where you come up with a falsehood and then you run with it. And I will tell you that these things are false only
This
because I know they're false.
By the way, was that Drexel is a groomer for fucking his stepdaughter, who he started raising when she was 15, and the day she turned 18. But Rekieta's like, that's not how it was. I know he's a good man, even though he did that. That doesn't mean he's a groomer. But in fact, it's factually accurate that he's a groomer and a sick. And Rekieta's like, well, I know him personally, Josh, and you don't.
Okay.
So what I'm worried about, and this is what I told him, Sean. This is what I told him for an hour and a fucking half. I told him.
Okay, now I'm getting like this is like Nick in his mind can't ever have any pushback.
No.
Right? At all. And he's like almost what's it called? He's like on Sean right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna scold you. I'm gonna scold you.
He's taking it all out on Sean, but it's not Sean who's making fun of him on Kiwi Farms.
You know?
Sean is not Josh. But Rekieta is too much of a to like directly confront Josh on a stream or anything.
Yeah.
So instead he's gonna like just scream at fucking Sean here, who's just like a really nice guy, you know, who's his friend and wants the best for Rekieta, but Rekieta's just gonna continually be a fucking prick to him.
Yeah, chat's fucking losing it.
Josh, you are doing this thing that I can tell you you're wrong on, where you are misinterpreting what people are saying, and I think it's because you have this great ability to take in factual information, but you have an inability to discern fact from like colloquialisms, jokes, various aspects of normal people conversation. And I didn't even like, I said autism
the owner
as a
of Kiwi
joke.
Farms is autistic.
Whoa.
Newsflash 11. Guy who got on the internet because he was obsessed with Chris Chan lore might be a little autistic.
Wow.
Whoa, the sky is also blue. But he's like such an asshole about it. Like, yeah, Josh is slightly autistic, but I think he can figure out what's fact from fiction.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Rekieta, there's this thing called trolling. Not sure if you're aware of it, but the people on Kiwi Farms are trolls. And sometimes they say things that are false but funny.
Yeah.
And see if they can get a reaction from you seething about it.
He's pulling a card.
You're seething about it, then they laugh, then they fucking make up more about you.
Yeah.
And then you fucking seethe. The thing is, though, they're not even making up. Like, at this point, they're just being like, well, you put a bottle up your... You wear a baldo, you went to hedonism too.
Mandy,
you got catfished by a man, and all sorts of fucked up shit. Like, a lot of this shit is true.
yeah.
So he's just doing the most counterproductive thing possible, which is to see that trolling.
Yeah.
He needs to just ignore it or laugh it off, but he's not doing either.
Melanin Farmer in chat goes, no, don't hold the mirror to my actions.
No!
Ah.
At first, but I was saying everybody who talks to you is bringing you a problem to solve as a system administrator, and so you approach life as a sysadmin with everybody's got a problem to solve.
To say.
That means that when someone tells you something, you're not looking at it as
This
it could be like
psychoanalysis is psychotic. It would
Yeah.
be like me saying, he's a lawyer, so you always approach every situation like how you would in a courtroom. And you present it in a way for your clients. Like, you could do the same sort of psychoanalysis on him
Yeah.
to mean that he's dishonest and that he's trying to portray Josh in a psychotic fashion.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking really gay psychoanalysis. Oh, it can't be that I'm fucking for defending Drexel grooming. It must be that you're a sysadmin who approaches this as a problem.
But it was all proven.
Oh,
But it was all proven, Ashton. Right?
yeah. It's all real.
could be like I'm like you're flat out wrong on timelines on a lot of stuff. Like this is an example. You have an inability to determine what happened 10 years ago versus now based on conversational cues. I can tell you that because
Buddy, look at Sean's glasses.
what happened 10 years ago
Look.
versus now based on conversational cues. I can tell you that because
He's literally playing Bejeweled right now. He's playing a video game. He doesn't care what they
No,
say.
he doesn't give a shit at all.
He's playing a game.
I can tell you what is going on versus what happened in the past. And I'm trying to give you examples. He's like, you want me to do this? I'm like, no, I don't fucking care about that at all. I'm trying to tell you because
May I have one of those Timbits?
Yeah.
if you're doing
I've been thinking about them for a minute.
this where I know this is happening, then you might be doing it in places where I don't know this is happening and you don't know this is happening. I want you to just have this knowledge for when you're looking at stuff. And he's like, what do you want me to change? And I said, Josh, I have never, and this is the irritating thing about him, Sean, because he's just kind of let this go.
Oh,
I've never
God!
Oh man!
This
Imagine
is
you have to sit there and listen to this guy monologue on and on and on, just endless seethes spewing from his mouth about a guy that you have no control over.
I'm getting anxiety.
Even if he convinces Sean that he's totally righteous, what can Sean do?
Yeah.
Can Sean make Josh shut off his thread?
Yeah.
Can Sean make Josh like sweep it up? No, he can't. So what's even the point of crying this hard to
Sean?
Sean?
You hear me, Sean?
You douchebag because you have a Kiwi Farms account. I hate you, Sean.
Whoa.
It's like, whoa, buddy. He's not responsible for what other people are posting on there or what Josh thinks.
Look at that face of Nick right there. That is a seethe.
Oh man, he's so angry.
That's the ultimate.
Zoom in on that, man. If we zoom in on that.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll have to do a little readjusting here. 1 sec. Does Cog seed this much? This may be the winner of Seed of the Year. Look at Ash.
It is Seed of the Year. That Seed of the Year contender for sure. Up there with like Ralph, Cog, Fuente, all the jokers, man. That's the Baldo man raging.
Oh my God. All right, here we go.
my fucking life asked him to change, delete, or censor a god thing. Even when I said to Josh on multiple occasions, I'm like, what you said or what you reported or what you relayed was flat out factually fucking wrong about me. Flat out wrong.
You said it. Here.
You reported or what you relayed was flat out factually fucking wrong about me.
That's not factually accurate.
Excuse me, sir, it's not factually accurate on the Kiwi Falls.
Oh. He
Rekieta,
said the thing.
Rekieta, do you, like, why don't you sue them then?
Yeah.
Why don't you sue Josh?
You're a lawyer.
If Josh is defaming you knowingly, sue him then.
Yeah.
See how that goes for you, pal.
Oh, man.
Flat out wrong. And he says, do you want me to like do something
Yeah,
about
and
it?
to Shocker's on point. Notice how he isn't going into detail about what is not accurate.
Yeah.
There are things that aren't accurate about me in the thread.
I just want you to know as a friend that what you said is not true. I don't care that you said it. I don't care that it was.
That's not true. Cog, Ralph combined.
Check your Discord. Quick,
yeah.
just I got a message for you, but we'll keep playing this.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe this year, Rothbard, we
wrong.
might do
I'm not
it.
going to go online and be like, Josh said this lie about me. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you the thing was wrong because you are someone I know. We have a relationship, and I just want you to know that that's not true. And how did that get twisted? Sean, tell me how it got twisted. What did
Okay, I'm getting anxiety.
Tell me how it got twisted, Sean. Like George R.R. Martin here's like, just chill,
You know
man.
what this is, bro? It's just alcoholism. It's just like...
Well, it's like Ralph level, isn't it? Where
Yeah,
he's like,
hollering.
He's like lashing out at a co. Tell me, Gator, where's broke Josh Moon saying these lies about me, Gator? His penis don't even work, Gator. Why don't you make fun of Josh for me, Gator?
Funny enough, Sean looks like an old gator.
Yeah,
Doesn't
this
he?
is like
Holy.
a more evolved version of Gator.
What is the narrative about why I talked to Josh?
His
Tell me.
voice
he's
cracked.
cracked.
His voice cracked.
What's the
then
nature of...
in his mid-40s, the voice cracked. Due to
Yo.
Sean, tell me how it got twisted. What is the narrative about why I talked?
What's the narrative? What's the narrative?
Why
Ah.
doesn't he calm the down, man? It's Kiwi Farms.
Wow.
You're
Good job.
you're a lawyer, man.
It's a fucking forum, bro.
Serve Josh legal papers. I fucking dare
Buddy.
you. Let's see how well that goes, Rekieta. He's defaming me.
Look, I'll say something very interesting. So Alyssa Clips posted one of our segments recently, right? And someone went, oh, because I'm now like, I'm sober now, right? He's like, this is crazy that Andy quit drinking and he's watching Nick. And it's funny because you have to drink to watch Nick.
Yeah.
No, my friend. This keeps me on the
Away
straight
from
and
drinking.
narrow.
Yeah.
This keeps me like, no,
What's
I will
crazy
not
about
be.
all this to me too is that
Seriously.
Rekieta has prided himself and defended the farms in the past because he's a free speech absolutist.
Whoa, it's
He
true.
believes that anything should be able to be said and that the bar for defamation should be this high and all the crying about Kiwi farms or people who lost their job or whatever. They should cry because people should be allowed to say what they want. But when it comes to him, suddenly somebody call the ambulance. He's gonna fire up a 6, 7, 8. I mean, this is a 26-minute long seethe.
But it's part of like, you know, if you were to combine all the moments, it'd be like in the past month, it's like an hour and 45.
Oh yeah,
or more, more.
Tell me right now, because I know you know. What is it? What do I want Josh to do?
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Whoa!
Tell me. You're on here bringing it up. Tell me right now.
You, Nick.
Like, I would just
don't have anyone on your show.
I would just leave the call at this point. Like, who is he to think he can talk to this grown-ass man who's a lawyer in this way?
Who's
like,
not...
this isn't some fucking bum. This isn't some, like, alcoholic, low-life, welfare case bum.
Yeah.
This is a guy with a law degree. He, like, owns his own home.
He works.
You can tell, like, he has books on his shelf. Like, you know, this guy, you know, is intelligent.
Yeah.
This isn't some loser that you can just berate like that. Look at his eyes, the derangement.
Yeah.
Look at how unhinged Rekieta is. He thinks he can talk to this guy who's his friend like that.
Look at this. Look, Ash. Look at that zoom in.
Look at that. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir, that I used a website that you're seething at, sire. Sire, your Baldo is magnificent, sire.
Jeez.
Please, sire, forgive me for daring to... Like, this guy has said maybe, like, all of 3 words. He said, I don't think Josh is seething. What? Just his eyes bulging out of his head, screaming at George R.R. Martin from the dollar store, like, leave this man alone. Leave him alone.
What do I want Josh to do? Tell me.
The narratives that you want him to go after the detractors.
I want him to censor stuff, right? I want him to remove from my thread.
Yes.
Every time Josh has asked me, what do I need to do? Who do I go?
Well, then why are you seething?
After? Who do I ban? What do I remove? I said nothing ever. Every time, Sean. Every
then why are you so upset?
time. That's
why
what
is he so upset?
So it's done.
So, but what Josh has to do, right, is when you feel that a post isn't true, he's saying you shouldn't censor it, but Josh Moon has to personally proclaim, I, Josh Moon, hereby proclaim that this post in Nick Rekieta's thread is not true. It's not factually accurate. Like, is Josh Moon your slave?
You know?
Like, why does he believe that Josh Moon has to go, I'm sorry, sire. Please let me proclaim, sire, that the posts in your thread aren't true, sire. They're making fun of you, my king, my liege. Please, I need access to your audience for clout, sire.
It's so
like,
stupid.
Josh Moon doesn't need you, Rekieta.
At all.
Josh Moon doesn't need to get on his knees and suck your... I'm sorry to say. He's gonna tell you to pound fucking sand.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have a personal responsibility to proclaim that this is false in your thread. Sorry.
Said this motherfucker goes out there.
Do you want to take a break in a few minutes?
Yeah, in a couple minutes, we're gonna just take a quick break. We've got some stuff coming.
We ordered some stuff for the show or whatever, so we'll be back in a sec here.
And runs with this.
We'll do another minute here, and then we'll take a break. Yeah.
Narrative that I'm trying to get him to censor. Never in my life. Never. And I've said over and over, I would never, ever attempt to censor the farms, no matter how wrong they are, no matter how wrong he is. I've never asked him to change a god thing. Even he said, what do you want me to take back?
So Josh is like, listen, bud, you're obviously seething. What can I do for you? Nothing. So then we're done. Okay, but
I'm clearly trying to get him to sweep it up.
Yeah.
What do you want me to retract? What do you want me to do? And I said, nothing ever. I just want you to know, as my friend, that this isn't true. He would respond with, well, I have this advice for you. And I would just listen, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, while I was in Corpus Christi, Texas.
So you listened, and then you didn't do the advice. Let's take a break for a second.
All right, let's take a quick break.
Yeah,
my eggnog is...
We ordered some stuff.
I ordered some eggnog, and it's here. Guys,
we've
got the President's Choice, the world's best eggnog.
Wow.
Andy's never had eggnog before.
In my life.
Here you go, Andy. For the first time, you're going to try eggnog, buddy.
I was like, what do you put eggnog with? You're like... rum, and I'm like, well, looks like I'm not gonna have any rum.
You're not gonna have any rum with it.
All right, here we go. Cheers to
Cheers.
Merry Christmas. Here we go.
You can do nutmeg in it, yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You like it, eh?
I like eggnog. This is amazing. What the? What have I been missing?
I know, man.
You ready?
All right.
That was really good. I like that a lot. Hell yeah. All right. All righty, here we go.
At midnight, where Josh like,
The siege
he's texting
continues.
me at midnight. I go to sleep
This
at 5 in
time
the
dog.
The seed continues.
I gotta sleep at 5 in the morning. All right, let's play it through.
f***ing morning, every goddamn night, because I do this goddamn show starting at 11. He's like, he's texting me at midnight. What a weirdo. Yeah, I texted you at midnight, you f***ing idiot, because I'm awake until 5 every day.
Sean.
This isn't a good look, man. Why don't you calmly explain it?
When was this?
This was 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I know.
Has he been on the show yet? Like since?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Sean.
This guy has the patience of Job.
He is. This is Job. Job Jr.
Matter what I do, that's my sleep schedule. And I'm sitting there talking to him. I thought I was going to have a 15-minute conversation where I'm like, hey, by the way, Josh, I noticed this thing that you do where you interpret things wrong. And I know you're interpreting these things wrong because I know the people involved. And I just want to let you know that maybe it applies to someone else. He didn't show that or say that, did he? No.
Nick, you're crying on stream.
Like,
He said, I went
Sean
some
hasn't
roundabout
spoken minutes.
Yeah, I know at all.
way to try to get him to censor something. I have never in my fucking life asked him to censor a god thing. Never.
You know what's crazy too? This happened to me. We see what happened since then.
Yeah.
His voice is more like this now. His skin is like fucking like literally like hanging off his face. Do we have the hot tub clip after this?
We can play it.
I think so.
Sean, I've defended everything about the Kiwi farms. I said I would defend it forever, and I still do, by the way. Even though this is the most horrific-
Yeah, he definitely defends
Whoa,
the Kiwi
I don't
farms and
believe
Josh
him.
still. Look at that, man. Look at the anger. Like,
That-
just the pure rage.
about me, the most horrific shit about my wife. They say the most horrific shit about my family. They flat out
Yeah.
lie. They say
Well,
I commit
did-
literal crimes. They say
You're
but
an internet person.
he didn't have any problem, though, when they were saying that stuff about Ralph or about
Me.
Maddox or about you or about me or about anybody else. Only when it came to his doorstep
Yes.
is it suddenly an issue,
True.
right? Because he thought it would never happen to him.
Yeah.
Never happened to me. Well,
Welcome to the club, bud.
I abuse my children and my family. They say I beat my family, Sean.
You beat your kids?
he probably does.
You know, I actually believe them.
well, if he
I
gets
know,
this angry about somebody on the internet, like,
Imagine what happens at home when he's drinking.
I know you do. I know you know. Because you kind of laugh about it sometimes, right? When a super
I know.
Your
what
Majesty, sire, please
I know what he's
forgive me for laughing at the Baldo, sire. Like, calm down, man.
I know what he's.
How dare Sean laugh?
I know what he's talking about.
Oh,
He's talking about when people donate about us to Sean.
Yeah.
And he like loves it. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Like,
and you kind of laugh about it, don't you? You think it's funny when they lie about me.
it is.
check comes in, and I don't
Well,
blame
when you
for
get
that.
this
By the
angry, it's funny. I don't blame you for that.
I love you, but you.
way, but I know you know,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're on here bringing it up. But I just want to clear the fucking air because I'm so goddamn tired of this.
Pause.
Why am I
Why
being?
doesn't this piece of shit just come out and be like, I think Kiwi Farms should be banned?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just make that stand? Be like, I don't think this should be allowed because this, and this. But he knows that goes against his whole like libertarian free speech persona.
Yeah.
So he has to LARP as though he still supports it while raging at its existence. It's just a pathetic thing. Just say you're going to sue Josh. You're taking down the farms.
But question.
It shouldn't be allowed. It's harming your children.
I have a question. So Josh is having problems right now, right, with his like provider.
Yeah.
Right. Has Nick tweeted about it, talked about it, supported it?
No.
Interesting.
Well,
The
Emma
bad-
Nitton says he doesn't think that. He thinks Josh should be loyal to him. But like his idea of loyalty is deranged. He believes it means that nobody should ever laugh at him or ever do anything contrary to his interest at any point at all. He believes that loyalty basically means that you're his slave. It's the same thing with Ralph.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, how fucking dare you associate with this person I don't fucking like? How dare you do this or how dare you do that? It's the same fucking thing here. You need to be loyal to me. I made you, boy.
It's like when Ralph was like mad at me, when we were still like kind of doing okay, like kind of friends, like near the end, right?
Yeah.
He was like, why don't you hate Augie? And I'm like, because you're having the issue with him. I don't give a.
I don't have an issue with him.
I don't have an issue with Augie. Like, you.
Yeah, and saying, hey, Josh, I noticed this deficiency in your analysis.
Gotta get my loyalty.
We used to play that all the time.
Well, it's only a matter of time before MC Jarbo picks up on the Baldo Pope's insanity.
Yo.
Because they're starting to get unhinged.
Yeah, starting to. Ash.
Yeah.
It's unhinged. The trailer is 100 miles back, bud.
Well, that's the thing, S-Mac for drag. Nick on stream laughed at Josh and refused to help him. He goes, it's a shame you don't have someone to reach out to, Josh. So he doesn't have that same loyalty to Josh. Yeah, no, we played it on the show.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We played it on the show. He doesn't have that same loyalty to Josh. He doesn't feel like he has to go to the ends of the earth to defend Josh because the guy was on his show a few times.
Wow.
Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we're not actually friends.
No, dude.
You're like internet work acquaintances that are networking together for clout. Like, that's what's going on here.
You might be, I'll say the word, pal.
Friendly. You might be friendly, but you're not friends.
It's like a pal. You know, you're on a softball team. You're not friends with everyone. You're pals with them.
Yeah.
I'll have a beer. You know what I mean? Like that. Don't say beer in front of Rekieta. He might drink the whole case.
Analysis of this. And he's like, he's trying to get me to change shit. I've never.
By the way, somebody said
repeating himself.
It's so true. Nick has only used people for like their. He vacuums up. He's like a Roomba of viewers.
Yeah.
He Roomba's viewers up, and he knows that if you're laughing at Nick on your show, you can't Roomba your viewers up. You can't suck them up.
Asked, and when he has asked me what to do,
by the way, Sean is fully
and by
asleep.
the way, in this moment, is Nick being friends to Sean? Is he being loyal to his friend Sean?
You know what I mean?
Or is he just screaming and seething at Sean, not giving him the benefit of the doubt whatsoever on any of this, and just being an angry douchebag?
Or asking for his opinion?
Well, he doesn't even let him talk. It's been 7 minutes and 14 seconds.
Of Seeth.
Of that amount of time, Sean has had maybe 10 seconds, and Rekieta's had
15. Let's be charitable.
Yeah, so Rekieta has had the remaining 7 minutes.
Actually, Sean's actually fully asleep right now, Ashton.
Yeah.
And he has one of those fake glasses that make you look like you're awake when you're in an exam.
He's just like, man, like, why is my friend, like, this is what Sean's thinking. Why is my friend embarrassing himself like this?
Yeah, he's like,
why is my friend doing this to me?
It's like, Nick, you're gonna be on Kiwi Farms tonight.
Every single time, including that conversation. So yeah, it took an hour and a half to get around to the thing. So eventually, yes, I took the shower that I wanted to take. And as a joke, to break the tension, a hour and 45 minutes in, I said, Josh, I'm just texting you from the shower.
My question is, why is he even texting him?
Yeah.
Why is he even going to him and being like, what the f***, this, that, or the other?
Yeah.
Why not just like, because he's just it's just seethed.
Yeah.
If it didn't bother him and it was whatever, he wouldn't be texting Josh Moon for 2 hours and then texting him so frantically that he has to get into the shower and keep texting him. And then when he gets poked fun at for texting a guy in the shower and texting at midnight, which it's funny to do, he's losing his mind, unhinged about it.
Well, here's the thing: is him being a full-blown alcoholic. It's the anxiety, people talking about him, paranoia. It's now like part of his existence.
And like, I get it, like they're going after his family, but they go after everybody's family.
Yeah,
because they go where it hurts. They go where people are weak.
Of course,
that's what they do. They're trolls. They're looking to get a reaction from you, so they're gonna poke.
And they're winning.
Let's find the weak point. and then you're letting them know where your weak points are with your seed.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna just keep poking and prodding you until you fucking collapse completely and lose your mind. And like you can explain it to him, and the thing is, you can rationally know that this is happening, but still be unable to stop yourself because you're so emotional about it.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, bro, turnabout's fair play. If you supported Kiwi Farms for all these years, as it happened to other people, you can't suddenly turn around and go, I fucking hate this shit now.
Yeah.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, sir.
That's it?
Yeah.
By the way, Art2, that legend in chat saying, blowing up Josh's phone during all hours of the night is inconsiderate. Kind of a meme-y comment, but it's so true. Imagine you're Josh, and you're sleeping, and you go, what the f*** is... And you're like, again? Bro, answer. You're like, get the f*** off my phone, you... It is inconsiderate.
Because this is so silly, man. Like, you're being crazy here. You don't even see this. I'm just trying to tell you. He's like, I don't want to like Drexel. I said, don't like Drexel. I don't care if you like Drexel. Drexel doesn't care either. I don't fucking care about you and Drexel. I'm giving you an example of something I know you're wrong on because I know the person and I know the actual facts. By the way, when he said Nick didn't know the facts, I got him right. He's actually got them wrong. He's literally got them wrong. And it's funny because when he cited the actual thing, what he said was 3 years off from reality.
By the way,
but that
we
doesn't
got
matter
a couple donos I gotta read. Deadman for $10. Holler and Holic from Minnesota. And Deadman for 10 said, you know that hamster is getting Richard geared by Nick within a day.
Whoa. Yeah, that's lost.
All right. Apologies.
This Josh,
Thank you
right?
so much for the support, everyone.
Because he's just a lovable autist. He is a lovable autist. I've never
but
not
Drex,
liked...
the thing is, Drex told the stories himself.
He's lovable.
He's taking Drex at his word.
Lovable autist. Is he lovable? Well, if he's lovable, you're seething at the most lovable man ever.
I know.
Like, shut up. But it's just like so like whiny.
But he's so above Josh, right? The guy who puts bottles up his and wears baldos and lets his wife get by Drexel. How dare Josh have autism?
You know?
Why don't you come with the big guns and call him a while then?
Yeah.
You may as well. He already did, basically. He brought up all the block land. What about that block land, Josh? Da-da-da-da. Just have some fucking balls. If you want to come at Josh, come at Josh.
I love eggnog now.
Really? You're into it?
Good.
Here, you can have more.
Yeah? Aw, thanks, bro. I am like an eggnog fan. I swear to God.
I know, what a legacy, future class.
Here.
The Baldo / bottle up his guy.
That is fucking good.
That's his legacy.
I'm a nog
He was a lawyer.
Let's
a
go.
nog enthusiast.
I swear, this is...
Josh, I even sent him an email. I'm like, Josh, or a message. I said, Josh, this is stupid. Let's just bury the hatchet. Why are we fighting on this? Why are we fighting at all? I don't even understand.
Because of you, it's not Josh.
I was just talking to you like I always talk to you, and he got mad about it, Sean. But I'm the mad one. I'm
are.
Mad.
Listen to
Months
you.
Of this.
Sean just has to say, listen to you. Don't you think you sound mad?
Right? No, Codex
This
Machina.
is basically a therapy
What I did was, I
point.
said 40 days yesterday, right?
Yeah.
But what I did was I said how many days since November 16th from today. And there's like a website that shows you 35 days and 18 hours it was when I checked.
Yes. Months of me being completely and utterly misrepresented by an autism who can't understand human interaction.
By an autism.
And I'm like I've never actually been mad at Josh.
By the way, Josh being autistic, wouldn't that make him more right? Because he's more obsessed with
more
it?
fixated on what's logically true.
You know what I mean? It's like, if he was Down syndrome, okay. Like, oh, he's a Down syndrome guy looking at these facts. No, he's an autist.
Never.
And his autism is looking at, like, lolcows.
I'm still not even mad at him because I know he's retarded.
Pretty much everybody who's in the sector could be classified as autistic in some way.
In some way,
because you're fixating on nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real, all this
Exactly.
He's like the Down syndrome kid that you take to get cake, and he's like, I want ice cream. I'm like, no, it's a cake store.
Okay.
Josh isn't like that though. Like, what are you talking about?
But he's not special needs.
That's what I was just, yeah.
He's not like he's not intelligent. He is intelligent.
Yeah.
The guy's a computer programmer, for sake. It's not like he's... Now, is he fucking maybe not the most socialized person because he's been isolated for the better part of a decade because of what he does for a fucking living? Yeah. But that doesn't mean he's fucking special needs.
Exactly. Ash, let's say you were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You're on the $1 million question. You have one lifeline left. It's to phone a friend. Who are you phoning, Nick or Josh?
Depends on the question. It really does.
Okay, it's a non-alcohol related question.
Probably Josh. If it's about licking bottles or baldos or sex toys or swinging or cuckology, I'll probably call Nick Rekieta. About computers, you know, I'm probably gonna call Josh.
You phone him, and then he just says, isn't he dead? Says the f***ing thing, and then you'll hear this,
oh, alcoholic lick the bottle.
and you're like,
Emily goes, Josh knows more about the law than Nick. At this point, Josh has been in so many legal disputes. He's really had more court cases than Rekieta has in his career. I'm pretty sure. It's like the Ralph defense, where he's like, well, I've been in court so many times. I know it all.
I've been in court more times than you spilled liquor on your shoe.
Josh, and I'm still not like, dude, I sent him a thing. I'm like, Josh, why are we fighting? This is so stupid. Let's bury the hatchet. He won't,
He's
though.
repeating
you know why?
himself again.
Because Josh decided a long time ago that I can't be a friend. And you know what he told me on that conversation? You know why I can't be a friend?
Why?
Because his friends are very difficult, because if someone calls out one of his friends, he is compelled, which I told him. But
why do you have to be his friend? What are you, gay?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Who cares? Do you hang out on Discord playing games?
Well, Josh isn't coming over to your house
Exactly.
and having drinks and watching the football game. Josh isn't watching your children when you go on vacation or coming over to your house to watch your pet. He's not babysitting. I mean, come on, man. This is fucking... Josh isn't on your softball team in town. Josh doesn't work with you and you go out to the bar after work. Like, Josh is not your friend. And the idea you ever had that Josh was your friend with the same sort of social expectations that a real life friend that you would have made in school or at work or at a social activity or hobby or function is... It's clearly not the same.
Yeah.
And the guy does have to, in his role as owner and administrator of Kiwi Farms, maintain some semblance of neutrality.
He does, yeah.
However, we know it's not really in actuality like that, and Josh has certain people he favors and certain people he likes less. And, you know, that it is what it is. He's a human being.
Yeah, it's not
He's
a robot.
running an internet forum, and ultimately it's not that serious business anyway.
It's like, yeah.
But he doesn't owe you this fucking, like, lifetime loyalty to bow at your feet and, like, grovel to you. Like, this is insane.
Especially when you're fucking... Especially when you're your life up and you're embarrassing yourself. You know, if someone is still your friend.
Fat Chick Thriller, you know, you say Medicare was right. Internet friends never last and never work. Like, forget about the internet friends. Most friends you have in your life are temporary. Yeah. Nearly all of them will be. There are a few friends that you might have for a lifetime or for 20 years or 30 years. But most friends you have for a few years, and then what happens? Well, you know, you go work a different job, or somebody gets married, or gets a girlfriend, you move, things change, you fall out of contact with that person. It's not even that it's gonna blow up or whatever, and then, like, after you know what I mean? This is fucking...
Is anything really big happen here? I think can I just hit play?
Oh, just keep playing it.
All right, cool.
Way that he's easily manipulable because of this. Well, if someone's friends with me, I have to, this is his words, I have to report the negative thing about them. I have to, and I'm like, but Josh, if it's not true, Like, and again, I'm not telling you to retract anything, but like, it's not true. I'll just tell you that it's not true because you're my friend. I want you to know. And he's like, but I have to say it. I'm like, yeah, say it.
But,
you say it all the time. I'm not telling you not to. I never have.
And I get that. I was just trying to make a joke, but since we're here, I guess I'll just say, if you don't want him to retract, but you're telling him it's wrong.
I didn't even tell him anything about me was wrong, Sean.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you want them, like, you're saying, like, this isn't right, and you're like, well, and if you're saying Noel said, hey, what should I do about it? Don't worry about it. That, you know,
I wasn't worried about it.
Then why were you messaging him about it?
Wait. No, who brought it up?
Oh my God, the bottle is clanking.
Who brought up that conversation? Sean?
I did. I was trying to make it go.
Not between you and me. Me and Noel. Me and Noel. The shower conversation. Who brought it up? Did I bring it up? Did I say, hey guys, I was in Corpus Christi, bored while my entire family was asleep because I go to
still the same thing?
It has been. He was ranting at him, and then he brought up a good point. He's like, so what did you want him to do then? And then Rekieta just started screaming again, just irrelevant nonsense.
Okay.
sleep at 5 a.m., but they're normal people. Did I say, oh, I was texting Josh from the shower? Who brought it up?
Okay, yes, from what I understand.
Josh brought it up, right?
Yes.
Now, you just said,
that's my understanding.
You just said, if you tell Josh that he says, what do you want me to change? You say, nothing, don't worry about it. Who didn't worry about it?
Well, it seems like you're pretty worried about it.
Yeah.
Who didn't worry about it, Sean?
Sean wants to go, not you. And look at him pointing at himself like, I'm giving you the answer. And Sean's like refusing to say anything.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm not gonna.
Who didn't worry about it? Answer the f***ing question.
Whoa.
Oh, alcoholic leaves the bottle.
I don't know, Nick, because I don't know all your conversations you've had.
Wait.
I was pointing at myself.
You don't know who didn't worry about it? Who'd you hear about it from? Who talked about the shower texting? Who talked, which by the way was just a joke.
It was just a joke, but it did happen.
You?
No, but he admitted just a second ago to having been in the shower texting Josh. Now he's claiming it's just a joke.
Yeah.
It's
literally a tension-breaking joke because I'm like, why is Josh mad? I said to him a tension-breaking joke. It was funny to me. Who told you about that conversation?
You're
was
laughing.
It me? Did I say, hey, I was texting Null for 2 hours last night? Or did Null say, Nick texted me from the shower because he's so f***ing crazy and he's so unhinged and he wants me to censor his thread? Who said that? Was it me or Josh?
It was Josh.
Oh, was it Josh? So when you said just now, when you said, well, don't worry about it, who didn't worry about it? Me. Who's blindsided when someone went to the f***ing internet to go complain about it?
holy
f***ing blindsided. Because I've talked to Josh 100 times.
Nick, man, you gotta get over this, dude. Like, for real, dude.
This is like psycho ex-girlfriend.
But, you know, like, sometimes when people, like, shit on me or whatever, like, oh, the show, they're like, oh, I'm like, okay, well, have fun with this. You know what I do? I go play games or work out or fucking go outside for a day. You know what I mean? Like, Nick, you have to, like, learn to let it go, dude. I get it. You're seething. Seethe for a minute and then fucking have a life. He sits there, Ashton, with a bottle, seething all day.
Oh, I know.
It's like when Ralph, remember when Nora was over and I was living with him?
Yeah.
And he's like, I have to go on Kiwi Farms. Nick, that's you now. Even Ralph's at least out there with Pansuela.
Yeah.
In text. And every time I just tell him.
Yeah, he's there with a bottle and a baldo.
Like, hey, you're my friend. I just want you to know this thing isn't true. By the way, my wife and I are monogamous and have been for our entire marriage.
Why are you so defensive about it?
We were virgins when we met.
You went to hedonism too, so we don't believe you.
No one believes
Underwear
you.
parties, like sex dungeon, like shut the
Talking about swingers coming up to him randomly at bars.
You know, you're at a gay bar and they're like the underwear day.
Listen, if you're going to gay bars, enough said. Enough said. You're at the gay bar, man.
Drexel left his opened, used baldo on like your speaker at your home.
And we are only people we've ever had sex with. I know that there's these like weird rumors about us. I just want you to know as my friend, because there's this weird going on talking about how my wife's a whore that you're like reporting on.
Well, listen, Nick. Your wife, nobody else chose to make certain things public, right?
Massage, right?
Yeah. Your wife told the whole world that a black massage therapist groped her, grabbed her tits and all this.
Massaged her nipples.
Massaged her nipples, and she went back. Your wife told that story. She didn't have to do.
You're telling me he didn't go in her mouth a second time?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. We weren't born
Like,
yesterday.
a lot of this is self-inflicted. Who told the world about the Baldo? You did, Nick. Who put the bottle up your own? You did. Who took the picture of the bottle up your and posted it online? You did. Who posted the photos of your wife semi-naked and you naked online? You did, Nick. So at a certain point, you have to take some accountability for your own actions when it's you who's putting this out there. What do you expect people to say and do? You mock other people. You put other people down. You're negative and judgmental of other people's lives and lifestyle, and you do it for content, for money online. So what do you think is going to happen when you post like that?
Yeah.
And then when you seethe about it more and more and more and spiral, they're going to do it more and more and more, and then you're going to cry out more. This is the way of the world, bro. This is how the internet works.
Yeah.
I wish everybody in the world was just like lovey-dovey and whatever.
Super cool.
But that's not the way it is, bro.
By the way, Ash, chat. Okay, imagine this. Okay, for the males, you're a guy.
Well, I don't actually have a, but
Huh?
do I? You know, I don't even wish for that. Like,
It's yeah, it sounds gay.
it's like hippy dippy bullshit,
Hair
fantasy
bearers,
land.
you know.
Yeah.
But hear this. So chat. This is for the males specifically. You're a massage therapist, right? You get some woman in there who lets you rub her fucking tits and her nipples. She returns to you. You're obviously horned up. Are you not fucking her on round 2? Ash?
You are.
You are. Oops, my dick slipped out of my. You know what I mean? Like, it's sex. It's full on sex. Doggy style, 69. Throw all the fixins with that chick. Sorry.
And then I'm some cuck who likes to watch her get.
Look, Conrad in chat. I'm 100% trying to get that blowjob. Exactly.
So he says, like, I'm some fucking cock who wants to. But your friend Drexel has been the bull, admittedly, for other people.
Right?
He's been involved in cuck. He lives that lifestyle. He ran like a BDSM club, apparently, and he groomed a girl from the time she was 15. The day she turned 18, he fucked her at his BDSM club.
Yeah.
And there's nothing strange at all about that guy coming over to your house all the time with his baldo that he left there.
Patrick Masterdam says, "Oh, he might get scared of being
Like,
fired."
the guy,
No, but she
the
wants
guy
to
has
blow.
set up gangbangs and orgies and stuff. Listen, it might not be true. It might be holy like Rekieta and Lady Rockets are totally monogamous, even though they went to a swingers resort, even though they're friends with a black bull, a literal black bull that comes over to their house. It might be, but listen, to people with fucking common sense and reasoning skills, it looks like there's a chance greater than 0 that you are a cock. And in fact, as more and more and more things come out, the chance gets closer and closer to 100%.
Yeah.
To the point where it stops being conjecture anymore. And the fact you're so mad about it doesn't make people go, oh, holy f***, like, he must be telling the truth. It makes them go, I think we're on to something here. Maybe he is a cock.
Yeah. And then why would you also be trying to fuck Mandy?
I know.
Because your wife's...
Because it's not monogamous. Obviously, it's an open relationship.
Bubble Buddy about the massage therapist says she's licking the bottle, if you know what I mean.
Men that actually were monogamous and we've only ever had sex with each other. I just want you to know. I don't want you to change anything. I don't care. But you're my friend. I want you to know. Since you talked about
The
it.
support, guys.
You're my friend on this. I just want you to know that this isn't true. You don't have to say anything. I'm not going to ask you anything. Sean, why am I the bad? Why am I the guy who wants him to censor his thread or censor my thread? Why am I the guy who wants him to ban people? When he asked me
Repair
who to
Bot's
ban,
here on point. Traditionally, the appearance of impropriety is enough to be scandalous because, sure, anything in particular is possible but unprovable. Like, what more evidence do we need? We actually need a 4K sex tape of Rekieta watching in the corner?
Yeah.
Do we need, like, drone footage of Drexel f***ing his wife over the barrel?
You know?
With the Baldo? Like, what do we need in order to establish that this is so?
CRP has to direct the sex.
You know, and even if we did get that, then it would be, oh, it was AI, or oh,
CG.
it was some other thing, or
We were
you
threatened.
Know, yeah,
we were threatened.
They were forced to do it at gunpoint.
You know?
because I said, you know what, like the Kiwi Farms thing where people are coming after, they go, oh yeah, well we thread ban people who go after the cow, who try to touch the cow. I'm like, look, I just don't think that that's happening necessarily on my thread, Josh. Like, who is it?
Oxford is
Like,
gifted 5 subs.
Wow.
Man, this is fucking crazy.
Like,
it's been 13.
Mike's Oxford.
I haven't seen him gift before. That's
What's
huge
going on?
support.
Thank you,
This
man.
guy though has been ranting now for 13 straight minutes at Sean.
Ashton, do you not look at Sean and just hear the Hello Darkness, my old friends? Like, Sean's like, listen, bud.
He's just browbeating him too. He's like ramroding him into, well, who was upset? Who wasn't upset about it?
And
exactly, it was me. Like,
Sean knows this will be on our show, Analysta Clips.
well, it was on Mad at the Internet already.
Right? I'm mad at the internet. And he's just like, Nick, like, you understand this is not working, right?
Yeah.
Is it? What's going on? I'm like, I'm not going to name names. I don't want people banned. I actually don't want people silenced. I just wanted to bring it to your attention that maybe the site has some issues with that enforcement, and you can decide as the site administrator what to do. How did that get twisted? How did it f***ing get twisted? Nick wanted me to ban people, but he just wouldn't say who. I've never ever in my f***ing life asked for a single person to be banned.
My God.
Okay, well, even if it's not banning, but you know, if you're going to him saying this isn't true,
Rekieta's losing.
I didn't.
This is rough, dude.
But, you know, and you don't want him to go on there and say, listen, you guys got it all fucking wrong here.
No. And I specifically told him, no, I don't want him to do that.
Listen, we're going to see a grown man cry in about 5 seconds.
Look at him, man. Look how angry
I'm
he is.
seething
Just
now.
that Sean just like being like, okay, but you're coming to him with this. What do you mean?
Sean, if you said, hey, by the way, I heard Nick was smoking meth behind a Burger King in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, and I went on and I messaged you and I said, hey, Sean,
location wise,
exactly, and I messaged you. I said, hey, Sean, just so you know, like I just want you to know, I don't do meth. Like meth is f***ing crazy, and I like
okay.
I don't want to
pause.
Like I like
nobody. When a claim is outrageous and fantastical enough, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to debunk it. If somebody says you're smoking crack behind the Arby's or whatever, but your skin is good, your teeth aren't f***ed up, you're not like a skeletal nobody's gonna believe. If you don't have any history
you aren't
with
on
that,
stream going like.
let me bring it back to something that is in the law, but is in a movie that I saw. In The People versus Larry Flint, which is a big pro-free speech movie,
Sure.
it's about Reverend Jerry Falwell suing Hustler magazine, right? And they cross-examine him on the stand, and they say, do you think any reasonable person would really think that, based on Jerry Falwell's reputation as a religious community leader, that he would have sex with his own mother? And he goes, no. Well, it doesn't constitute defamation then, because no reasonable person would believe it.
Yeah.
However, because Rekieta is so like with his baldos and his swinger parties and this, that, and the other thing.
Too.
I mean, it's like you are responding to it because it does appear to be true about you.
Yeah.
And it's not defamation because the people saying it believe it's true. That's
If this were the case, Ashton and I would get sued every single episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We do things in good faith, but
the standard for parody is pretty good in America. Like the bar for defamation is really, really high.
even if you do lie about someone, let's say you did do like, and try to make it real, it's still hard to prove.
But he's not upset about people saying like ridiculous things that are clearly untrue.
Yeah.
He's upset about things that appear to be true because of his own actions and behavior.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like teeth because that's my blowjob defense. Because if I didn't have teeth, I'd be a gum job monster, and I don't want to do that. And you're like, well, do you want me to go on? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't care, but I just want to let you know I'm not doing meth because we're friends. Like,
I understand that, but also if I saw people in the stream saying you're trying to, you're blowing out your, you're getting hollowed out so you can keep smoking meth, I'd be like, no, I don't think that's true. Now I might laugh at it as a joke, but I'd also say, guys, I really don't think that's true.
Right, but what's wrong with me saying I don't do meth? Like, is there a problem with me saying, "Hey, Sean, I just want you to"?
Who give like Nick because you're seething.
If something is so patently ridiculous that no person could possibly believe it, why do you need to respond to the allegation?
Yeah.
Why do you need a correction of the record if it's so patently ridiculous?
I just want you to know, as a friend, I don't do meth. Like, I don't need you to say anything. I don't need you to do any retractions or anything. I just want you to know. I don't do meth.
Then move the f on.
Is that bad? Is that
okay? Someone lies about me, Ashton. It's not true. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, bye. 3 months later, Josh, forgive me. Like, shut the f up.
Wrong?
No.
Am I asking you to do anything?
No, but I also
No, but what? But what? Like, where's the but? Like, look, I know you got this thing, and you need to be cool with Kiwi Farms.
I don't give a shit about the farms. The farms can hate me. I'm a fat fucking.
I'm just a bunch of, and I get it.
Okay,
but,
there you go.
I know.
There you go. So you don't love it. You think it's a bunch of, and you're angry. And as RepairBot said, this isn't even what you said to Josh. You were talking about the terms of service need to be enforced. They're touching the cow. They're f***ing with me personally. They're hurting my life and my livelihood. Please do something. That's basically what you said to me. This is not, it's just revisionist history from Rekieta. And he is angry and he is seething. And it's clear with anyone with eyes to see and ears to hear what's going on here. It's obvious. But he won't just be honest about what's going on.
The internet's gay, Nick. We already know that.
Yes, of course they are. The farms is just the only people who don't know they're gay. Well, they got a dick in there.
Who gives a f?
They're gay.
Who gives a f?
And that's fine. But
when did I?
You can say this, Nick. You can be like, I don't like the farms. I think Josh is ridiculous. All right. Anyway, so there was this legal thing that happened last week. Like that's what you could do.
Yeah.
You to do something,
please, Sean. Sean's like, I don't care.
Thing because of that. What have I asked you to do? And like you just said, but
yeah,
what?
I'm trying to say.
But shut the f up, you.
Doesn't have to let you speak for him. He can view it differently. And in a lot of ways, he's trying to agree and be very fair to you.
He's actually too fair.
Yeah, he's too fair and too patient. Any fucking other person would have snapped at this point, honestly.
Doesn't it look like if Wings made it?
If Wings made it.
If Wings had hair,
Wings became a refined gentleman.
Had a job, had a nice room. This guy, Sean, looks like if Wings made it, by the way.
He is. And Null's in a position where,
He's not in a position, Sean.
Well, he is, though.
You don't think he could go on there and say, listen, I think you guys have got, he could say that, and if they blow up and re-on him, fine.
Why would he do that? Why would he go on there and say that? It's a gossip for him. Why would he do that? No one expects Null to do that. Why are you taking it
so seriously?
Except Patrick Tomlinson.
Oh my God.
Of course he does.
Well, wait. What differentiates you from Patrick other than he's already sued Josh and you haven't? Because it seems like you both have the same problem. Really, at the end of the day.
He's another topic for another day.
Sean.
Yeah.
4 years I have talked to Null. 4 years of this. I've never asked him to change or correct or modify anything ever.
Because there was no need to. Because for years, you weren't putting bottles up your Nick. Then you put the bottle up your put on the Baldo, went to the swingers resort, Suddenly there was a need to sweep up your dirty fucking laundry.
Yeah.
If you hadn't acted in this fashion, there would be no need for you to go to Josh with the broomstick, and that's why for years you didn't come to him. It's obvious.
Ever.
Well, and you don't have to ask him to correct it, to modify it, to delete or edit things. He could just go there and say, look, because he can comment. He comments on it all the time.
Okay, and here's the question.
Yeah.
If I don't ask him to do that, if I don't ask him to do fucking anything, and he decides to do it, whose issue is that?
What?
Like, why is that my fault? Because I said, hey, as a friend, I just want to let you know.
But he's not going to. So this is like a pointless fucking argument. Like, what is it?
Do you want to have sex with Josh?
Freebase heroin. And he goes on
Sean's laughing.
It's like, guys, I think you got this wrong. Nick doesn't freebase heroin, which, by the way, I think it's a little dishonest to suggest that Noah might run out to like defend me, because again, I don't think that that's a thing that he typically does. But he
has gone into threads and defended people before.
Yeah,
I remember him going into Wing's thread in particular and saying, like, you guys are unhinged, you're psychos, you're doing that's not right. Like, that happened just last year. So there are times when Josh intervenes and says, this is going way too far, or this is fucked up, or this isn't true. But he does try and stay as hands off as he can, I think. But yeah, he does intervene, Nick. He does go into threads. He makes posts himself, either making fun of this or defending people. I mean, he's an active user of the forum.
Yeah. It's got that dog picture.
But like, why would that be on me if he decided to do that? Why would that be me desiring, while the entire time saying, no, I don't need you to do anything. I don't want you to do anything. Look, when one of my friends says something very dishonest or very wrong about me, I'll typically, and I find out about it, I mean, who knows? I'll typically reach out and just be like, hey, like, I know this is a thing.
Well, Nick, maybe he doesn't think they're lies or wrong. Maybe he believes them because of what you've done.
Well, yeah.
Josh is like, well, yeah, this is real. He's a full-blown alcoholic. What's Josh to do? No, there isn't a bottle in his hand?
No, guys, he's not drinking, and he loves his children so much.
Yeah, he didn't go to hedonism, actually, even though there's proof of it.
That you like care
Shut
about,
up.
I don't do that. You know, like, Drex, by the way.
Oh, here we go.
Since we're on that topic, like, Drex knows very clearly that Lady Rackets and I are exclusive, have always been, and would never entertain anything else.
Who are you trying to
Drex
convince?
Drex knows.
Look at him! Sean's laughing!
He's laughing, man, because he's like, who are you trying to convince? Like, yourself? Because you aren't convincing any of us. No. We all have our own view on it, and you can protest all you want, but it's not going to change people's opinions. He can't. He can't prove. There's no way for him to prove the negative.
Exactly.
That Drexel didn't f his wife. So why even try?
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
You know.
Just go, no, it's bullshit, and then move on with your life. That's it.
And not only does he know that, but if he were to ever say something, I'd be like, by the way, like, you obviously know that's fucking right.
I know, but the comment Eric July's breathing relief is fucking hilarious.
Wait, what was it?
Eric July's just sitting there breathing a sigh of relief.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, John Jelaine. It's very funny. No, I fucking hate this. It's so stupid.
Sean's trying to change the subject
all I
desperately.
Do,
yeah.
Hey, how about we both laugh at Eric July now?
You know?
By the way, Sean, is talk to Null about AI and the progression of humanity into the dystopian future of a technology-driven, AI-driven, and ultimately advertiser-driven dystopia, because that's what we're going. Every dystopian future is wrong because none of them have fucking Nike running the AI that is murdering everybody, saying just do it with an axe in his hand.
In Blade Runner and Cyberpunk, by the way, corpos don't run anything.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like, what are you fucking, just because it didn't say Nike? Like, are you stupid?
Even now.
Is he stupid?
Everything's run by Corporal now.
What is he talking about?
They just hide it. In fact, they don't hide it.
No, they don't hide it.
The Game Awards, for example, is literally an ad. This website's an ad.
Yeah.
Everything's an ad.
People up. And I want to talk to Null about that stuff. I want to talk to Null.
Huh?
Well, Coke was in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
About the idea of having
What's BlackRock? Yeah. What's Vanguard? Yeah. Anyway.
This abortion thing happen where we get to a point of technology where every single black woman who gets impregnated by every black guy who couldn't get a white guy from the bar or white girl from the bar, and he just needed to nut, and then she goes home and she's more pregnant than a extra large McDonald's French fries, and she has an abortion.
Oh my God, I'm like
the
losing.
French fry is pregnant.
I fell off
it's
the.
Just so
I'm off the.
Funny. It's just terrible.
I don't even know what's on.
Man.
Or she wants to have an abortion, but she can't because we can literally teleport a baby out like Star Trek. And we go, what do we do?
He's spiraling, man.
Teleporting babies out like Star Trek.
Did anybody follow this train of thought?
No,
It's like deranged.
I lost him like a mile back.
He's going a mile a minute with his mouth here, just saying incomprehensible babble.
I'm trying to really hold on.
I want Josh to tell me how we create an army of the unborn, these unborn botched abortions that grow into super soldiers and just become Russia Part 2. I want Josh.
Isn't it the plot
What?
of the first South Park video game?
I don't know, man.
What is he saying?
You can't follow the train of thought because it's off the rails. Yeah.
There was a chapter in this
Russia
first South
too.
Park game.
Josh to give me these weird fucking opinions on life that
Someone
I've
said cut him off.
never considered. And I like talking to him.
By the way, this is the first time that no one's ever said in chat, it's going by, no one's like, let him cook.
You know,
The first time.
you know, Sean could actually cut in and debunk a lot of the he's saying, but what he's doing is actually more effective. He's just letting this guy embarrass himself completely. Just total clown show, just verbal diarrhea bullshit. And he just goes, well, what? And then before he can even make a point, Rekieta's already just ramming down his throat his bullshit.
Yeah.
And Rekieta just looks like a fool. He looks.
Exactly.
still consider him a friend. I fucking hate fighting with friends. And I fought with friends in the past for months and months and even years.
Ash, imagine being a viewer of this show.
I don't think there's very many left.
At least our show is commentary and we're on it, but imagine this is you
you
after
tuned in
work
for
you tune in.
commentary on world events or the law or politics. I think that's what the show is supposed to be. I think
I'm not
what
sure
his show
anymore.
is supposed to be. I was never a Rekieta Law viewer, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. And you just get a guy screaming about Josh Moon for 25 straight minutes, while promising that he's not the one that's worried about it. And I've not seen Josh take this tone or this level of anger or this level of seethe about Nick Rekieta. I don't think Josh thinks about Rekieta very much at all.
Yeah, when he's got to do
he's-
this segment about him or something.
Yeah, I mean, he'll do a segment about him, but the segments are not hours long. They're not like our segments can on Rekieta can drag out to be 40 minutes, an hour. Amount at the internet at most is 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And Rekieta is at most a 10-minute segment in a 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
And Josh has a whole bunch of legal battles and crazy in his life.
Other cows.
Yeah, lots of other cows that he talks about and discusses.
Yeah.
Whereas Rekieta has just been spiraling about Josh for months now.
Yeah.
Almost every day.
I ultimately get to reconcile with him.
It's crazy. I
But
want to
think
point out
Josh-
one more thing. Sorry to pause it again, because I do want to get off of this segment because I hate Rekieta so much. But I said this on Gumroad last night. I tuned in on Netflix to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard documentary on Netflix because I didn't watch the trial when it was happening or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I was bored. And
really
one
good.
of the very first things I saw in the documentary within 3-4 minutes is Nick
Netflix.
Rekieta. The Netflix documentary on this subject is Nick Rekieta lost-splaining the internet.
For 5
And
minutes?
he had about 5 minutes. They were showing him and the other internet streamers, the law tubers and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, oh, how the mighty have fallen. This guy was so on top of the world. 100,000 live viewers for Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. and now he's just a drunk, fucking seething lunatic, putting bottles up his ass and coping about baldos and swinger clubs and gay sex clubs, gay 90s, underwear parties, and it's like, what the happened, man? What the happened? And like the fact that he's even on his local stream saying the name Kino Casino or even talking about Josh Moon and the Kiwi Farms means he's lost.
Yeah.
He's completely lost.
Well, you were saying this yesterday. Imagine being a Netflix guy, right? You're watching Netflix, you're a casual viewer of whatever, right? You watch this documentary and you see this Nick show. Oh, you type in Rekieta Law, hit enter, and you watch this, and you go, what? Why was this guy on Netflix?
I don't even know what to say.
You know, you'd be like, am I on the right channel?
It's just very sad. And, you know, the guy had an opportunity to be a part of, like, the mainstream. Yeah. To mainline.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was.
And, you know, to get political views that, you know, it's difficult to get across into the mainstream. And he had that opportunity. And he's blown it. And no one takes him seriously. And everybody thinks he's a cuck and he is an alcoholic and a loser. And he hates his family. He hates his children. And it's sad. He hates Christmas. You know, all of us are going to, you know, spend our time with our families this coming weekend. Yep. And on Monday. I'm super pumped. And we're going to watch holiday movies and have that special time with our friends and our family, the people who matter the most to us. Yeah. And he's going to be angry the whole time. In the hot tub. And resentful of it. And drunk. He's going to be drunk as a skunk on Christmas Day with his 5 children who he resents, being upset that he has to go through the performative festival of joy because he can't appreciate that during the darkest, coldest time of the year, there's a festival of warmth and joy to celebrate the things that are most important to us, to give of your means, to not be miserly, to not be a baldo-wearing douchebag. Instead, he's going to be a Scrooge asshole, just like he is here to Sean, and be resentful and put it on his family and make their Christmas. Yeah. That's what he's going to do. And this is supposed to be small town Minnesota lawyer, family values man. That's who he sold himself as. Yeah. If he had just sold himself as, I'm the degenerate, sleazy lawyer, he still would have probably got over just with a different audience that would have accepted this. But instead, he lied and is something that he's not. He promised something that he wasn't, and now he's upset that it blew up in his face. Anyway.
It's just too to do it. And it's so goddamn irritating because I never did the things he said. And I don't talk, I mostly just let it go. I mostly just let it go.
Mostly let it go.
Yeah, I can tell you've really let it go, buddy. You've really let it go.
I can't see anymore. Let it go. Let it go.
The key word there is mostly, right? Depends on what the meaning of mostly is. Depends on what the meaning of is in this situation.
Go. But I'm fucking tired of letting it go, Sean. Because I don't fucking want to fight with anybody, much less Josh or you or anyone else in the world. I just want to do a goddamn autistic live stream where I make fun of something like that.
Oh, whoa.
I fought the
make
farms.
Make fun of something.
Farms
oh, okay. So no one can make fun of you, but you want to make fun of something. Fair enough.
Natural tightening serums from Hong Kong. Like, that's it. But every goddamn time I'm confronted with this stupid thing, and it's real. And it's based on some autism's inability to discern what's happening. Where a joke is said, like, "Hey, Josh, I'm texting you from the shower." Because
not on this one. Sorry,
he seemed mad in his text, Sean. I'm like, why is Josh mad about this? Why are we
sorry?
Still
I just straight up just like lost like.
I know we gotta get.
I switched it for your rant, and I forgot. I went on my phone because I'm just like. Listen, just keep going. I want to head on Twitter for 5 seconds here because you won't stop seething. He somehow says the same thing in 9 different ways. I'll say this about Nick. He does have one skill. He knows how to take one thing and make it an hour.
Yeah, he knows how to take one sentence
Holy
and say it in different ways.
Like, me.
Oh.
Fucking an hour and.
Sean. Like, what's Sean doing? Sean's like...
Sean, it's been 20 minutes. Just say...
Sean,
can you
say
please
something,
stop?
please.
45 minutes
Yeah, Loop Max. We're in a Loop Max world.
into this. Like,
Much like the casino. Fair enough.
I know. And by the way, again, so god dishonest. It makes me so angry on this front. He's like, you're texting me at midnight. Like, you. That is 7.
Whoa. So is this like a thing he just says now, by the way? When's the hard R happen?
I don't know, but...
a.m. your time. It is 7 a.m. in Euro Cup time, where you're over there pretending to suck Slovakian
Don't be a Grinch, Andy. It's Grinch.
penis, or wherever you are, Serbia. I don't know. Where you're over there, like pretending to be like a well-adjusted person because no one else speaks the language that you speak, and you just muddle through some Eastern European conglomeration of syllables.
He's definitely not seething at all.
Sean is literally just looking up stuff on Amazon.
I mean, that's really the most like resentful and bitter and angry thing you could say about Josh. And it is true. Josh lives in a country where he doesn't speak the language, and he's isolated from everybody, and he's all alone, and he doesn't get to see his family for
But I love
holidays.
him.
And you know, it is true, but it's just a very nasty thing to say
I
about
love
somebody
him.
that you allegedly love.
I love him.
Like, you're over there, and I know it's 7 a.m. for you. That's why I messaged you then.
Oh.
I knew it was 7 a.m.
And not at 8 p.m. when you're asleep.
What?
I wonder what he's looking at on his phone.
It's on Amazon.
And he's like, why would he text me then? Oh, I'm awake and you are. It's a great time.
Nick.
This
Nick.
is amazing. Nick.
Nick.
I was trying to make a joke.
Nickelodeon!
He's on Uber Eats.
He's on Uber Eats!
Sorry, Sean. Someone in chat said that.
You trying to
Melanin Farmer said that. Blame him.
make a joke and I made it.
Yes, you did.
Welcome to my life, Sean.
You know, I'm sitting here trying to defuse a bomb, and you're playing with a fucking pogo stick.
I don't need
No.
you to defuse a bomb. I need you
Well,
to
no, I
light
was
the
trying.
fuse.
I was trying to make a point. I'm doing something. You just come run up and just like right in the middle of it. So,
Right.
Took him 20 minutes to.
no,
Every time.
yeah.
What?
No, dude, it's just so
I understand, but like, let's move on to the actual shit we want to talk about.
It's been 22 minutes. This hour has been 22 minutes of C. Can we move on to something else?
we can. We can. Absolutely. Here we go. Where are we? Arclight says, so go in the thread and correct it. You have an account. Arclight, I do.
Get on there and tell him.
Sean's like,
He should
"Fuck,
get in the thread. Rekieta gets in the thread to dispel the rumors against him.
It's not true.
I've never had a Kiwi Farms account. I don't have one. I was
thought you did.
thinking.
Sean exposes him? Thought you did.
No, I don't.
Sean knows he's lying.
And Null knows this, by the way. I don't know, like, because obviously, if I had an account, I would have to verify it, right?
No.
No.
People
I did
keep
verify
telling
my account.
people keep telling me that I read my thread. I don't.
X.
But it's a lie because he said he reads it every day.
Yeah.
From his own mouth. So this is just wild.
Were you lying then or were you lying now? Were you lying then or were you lying now? Were you lying then?
stopped reading it months ago because it was no longer useful. I used to read it all the time. I used to read it every night.
Look at Sean.
Why would you, like, I don't read it at all. I
Every
used
night.
to read it every night.
And then it stopped being useful because I was going through it. I'm like, this is fan fiction or whatever. But
That's what Ralph would say. This is a fan fiction forum.
Wow.
They're writing fan fiction about me.
Is this not a self-tabling?
It is. It's
Which is
devastating.
fine. And again, I don't care. Kiwi Farm.
Someone goes.
He doesn't
what-
care, but
Conrad
he's just spent
goes-
the last 23 minutes of his life crying about it.
Conrad asks, When was it ever useful?
What was it useful for? When they were glazing you, you used it as a source of affirmation because you're insecure about your own accomplishments in life? Yeah, I'm sure. Then when they stopped glazing you, it stopped being useful for affirming that you're the man. And then you stopped using it when they made fun of you. That's what's going on here, and you need to just be honest about it.
Things.
Wait, no. I have better ones to need. He's going through, you know how there's like the Kubler-Ross stages of grief, the 7 stages? Yeah. He's going through the 7 stages of Ralph.
He's slowly becoming Ralph.
He's now on stage 5. It's not true.
It's fan fiction.
Step 1's drinking, right?
When is he going to talk about Josh's broken penis yet? Like, I'm still waiting for him to tell us about Josh's penis and how it doesn't work.
Let's see it. Not his, I mean, let's hear it. Sorry.
They have a lot of power over people. They don't. Kiwi Farms has power in so much as they can convince someone to destroy themselves. But Kiwi Farms can't.
As he has the drink in his hand. Destroying himself.
Emma said the 7 stages. Anger, 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 anger.
Do anything to anyone. And the reason they can't is because if Kiwi Farms tried to go after someone, which they don't do, I want to be very clear. They don't go after someone. But if someone's like, someone's boss was like, oh, I saw this thing on the Kiwi Farms.
All you have to do is
pull up their thread.
I feel like I'm in the back rooms.
And you'll find some guy named Butt Sex Master 2000, and he will have a post that just says that.
Good job, Rick.
What is wrong with him? Isn't he on YouTube?
He's losing his mind.
Wow! There it is. Holy
like, that's what it'll have. You just show that to your boss. You go, is this person sane?
So then why do you care? Oh, the end guy.
I know.
But Sex 2000 says no.
On the one hand, it's this grave threat that's going after his family and all this. On the other hand, it's just a joke run by Ball Sex Master 2000.
Oh my god.
Right? Like, is this the place that you're getting your information?
Oh, it's the Rumble segment. Fair enough.
And they'll go, oh no, the real world doesn't care about this. That's fine. But what the real world doesn't care about doesn't matter if the person goes,
I apologize for us jumping back into it. Sorry.
Well, no, this is Eric.
Sean's like, please God.
Please God.
Please,
like,
Lord.
I think Sean might have sat there for 5 hours and taken how many lashings would he take from Rekieta? Like, honestly, like, I wonder, like, if Rekieta just had a cane and was beating Sean with it, how many would Sean take? Like, he would sit there for a good hour and just be caned by Rekieta at least.
Who's that guy? Who's the black dude from Pulp Fiction?
Marcellus Wallace or Samuel L. Jackson?
He's Marcellus Wallace.
In the sex dungeon? Yeah. Bring out the gimp! Like, this poor man, like, just leave the call. Like, is it really worth it? Is he your friend? Like, he's obviously doesn't consider you his friend. He treats you like the dirt on his shoes. Like, you might be passively felting him, but is it really worth listening to this nonsense, Sean? Like, I feel bad for him, man. Like, and I like him, but it's like, holy bro. Like, what, are you gonna let him fuck you up as well? Like, please, like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, sir, that we brought this up again. Like, can you stop yelling at me about your thread, sire? Just let it go. Like,
Sean, Bruce Willis ain't coming to help you.
Sean, you're gonna have to save yourself. It's like if Marcellus Wallace had the key the whole time to just leave.
Yeah.
And he just sat there getting.
Oh man, Nick's dead, baby. Nick's dead.
Eric Allen.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, Arc. No, this is Arclight. No, but I'm just saying, the Kiwi Farms people can convince people to f themselves over, but the people always f themselves over.
Like you are. Yes. That's what you're doing.
You're right there.
The lack of self-awareness is staggering.
Holy.
It's beyond.
Like, it's actually insane.
Oh.
Like, that's what happens. Like people destroy themselves. Kiwi Farms doesn't.
Oh yes, no, it's all self-inflicted.
Right. That's a credit to Kiwi Farms. That's not a criticism of them.
Is it really a credit? Like,
Eric Allen says people trying to attack Nick's character is literally the most cringe thing ever. If you don't get highly quality character at this point, you can't be helped. Oh,
okay.
look
high
at
quality,
Sean's face there was so priceless.
Eric Allen says people trying to attack Nick's character is literally the most cringe thing ever. If
Eric Allen is Mrs. Rackets on an alt in the other room.
you don't get highly quality character at this point,
Highly quality character?
By the way, if you took a shot every time he said Kiwi Farms, you would be dead.
You'd be dead. Oh, dude.
You'd be dead.
Yeah, you'd be in the afterlife.
Josh, Kiwi
high
Farms,
quality.
Kiwi Farms, Kiwi Farms, the farms, Josh, the farms, Josh.
Sheesh.
thanks. He also says act like people are in a better position than Nick. Go ahead, trolls, no evidence. Trying to take someone down who cares about this is pretty low. J-Rock says, Sean, this is epic. And Drop Barracuda says, the energy level sounds like pre-show T boosters were handed out, but the high pitchy voice sounds like it's time for seconds.
It's like a backhanded, like.
It's like a backhanded felt, like.
Respectfully. Oh, I haven't even got that pitch. Nasir,
What was that?
Nasir Puto says,
By the way, these are all $1 super chats he's reading.
Kiwis
He's having
is
to scoop nickels out of the gutter now. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Jason Blaha and Nick is Biolane. Nick is wasting his time. Hashtag if you know, you know.
Nick is wasting his time. If you know, you know. And Nick's like,
Whoa.
like Nick doesn't know, obviously.
Nasir or whatever. Nasir Puto. I never waste my time. Ever.
Sir?
You wasted ours, though.
Yeah, he sure did.
Holy.
I am the ultimate mastermind of everything. I have calculated every single move and every single thought and every single word forever, every time. Jay's board says, drink more, Nick.
Buddy. In India, pal.
Definitely don't sound unstable or like you have a problem.
That's amazing. That's so cute.
Every time. Jay's board says, drink more, Nick. Definitely don't sound unstable or like you have a problem. I'm sure none of this rage gets taken out on your family.
That's game over.
That's
That's
game over.
Felted.
And Sean's holding his laughter in.
No, do you guys like get mad at stuff and then beat your family?
Well, alcoholics tend to.
Is that a thing you guys do?
Some people
That's
do.
We got a minute here, guys. Not even. You guys beat your family? Oh, yeah. Buddy, put that in the bottle.
Yeah, do you want me to drink more?
I was going to say.
Oh,
you
he
can
retracted it.
You can make the joke all the remote controls are glued to the tables in your house.
What?
Oh, because you don't throw it at someone again?
I gotta say, out of the 25 minutes and 47 seconds, did Sean speak for even 1 minute in total?
25 seconds? 30 seconds.
30, I'll give 45 seconds.
Can someone calculate it for us?
That was wild.
That was funny.
Don't do that. I'm kidding.
Right there. Guys, it's so weird. People are like, you drink, therefore you beat your kids. Like, holy shit. That's a step.
Therefore, you beat your kids.
All
right.
It's the modern age. I think, therefore I am.
You know what? We've had enough Rekieta for 2023.
I'm gonna fill my water up.
No more Rekieta in 2023.